I've been thinking about my connection with nature and my you know, the fact that the balance of the world it's been imbalanced for a while. You know, oh man, now he's crying. What does he want now? He wants something. I think he thought I was gonna give him water. But he already has water. But like I was saying, is that things have been imbalanced for a while. And in life, we're not supposed to stay in that imbalance. We're supposed to do what we can to get in a better position. Gosh, it feels like I got hair in my fur. Gosh. Yeah, we're supposed to do what we can to get back into balance, because, you know, being imbalanced does not feel good. At least that's what I have to say about that. Because I don't know what everybody else is feeling. I don't know what people go through. You know, everybody's situation is different. So since everybody's situation is different, not everybody experiences the same exact things. So it's like, it might be easier for some people to have balance in certain areas. But for others, it's just not as easy because they're not in that position to feel balanced. And they're doing their best to be in balance. But the situation that they're in is very, you know, dense in energy, dense in frequency. There's too much clutter in that energy, which is the clutter of not enough space, being around too much energies. That imbalance and your connection with nature, like when you're closer to nature, that means that you're more imbalanced. You're more in balance, I meant. But when you're not around nature and you're like really close to others, that's when you're sort of absorbing too much energies that are taking you out of that balance with nature. Like, the world has been so imbalanced for such a while that is like, that all that inflation and stuff, like, there's no reason to make the money get higher, because it's like, it's almost like saying, oh, we're gonna increase the price so that we could get what we can use to pay for our things. And it's like everybody's doing the same exact thing, raising the price just to pay for something. And it's like an illusion, because then it's like the people that don't really use money. It's like if things get higher in price, and they're around dense environments, people could drown in that energy unless you get back into nature. And that's the key. The key is self-sufficiency, because when you're in your own space, you can do pretty much anything. You can make your own clothes. You can grow your own fruits. You could grow your own vegetables. You can just be free to be, rather than always be worrying about whether you have the money to pay for something. You know, like there are some areas that don't have like good quality water or things like that. You know, certain lands are not all, you know, able to be used. But the thing about that is that the question is why? And is there anything that we can do to make it more fertile and more damn, it feels like I really got like fur all over my mouth. Oh man. Yeah, so like I was saying, what can be done to make it more fertile? What can be done to make the water quality better? And we have the technology to make that happen. But the question is, you know, and that's another thing. We have to always keep sight of the bigger picture, because the bigger picture is that this is the land that that our children and our children's children are going to live on. So we have to take care of the land to make sure that everything works out for them, because you're the one that has to, your DNA, your lineage, the generations ahead of you are the ones that are going to have to live on this world, in this world. And yeah, and that's the thing. It's been so imbalanced to the point that people are scared to have babies. That's what it is, you know. People are scared to have babies. You know, if it was more balanced, people would not be scared to have babies. And the thing about that is that it feels kind of scary to be in a situation where you don't feel like you don't have control over your life or your environment. And that's why it's imbalanced. The question is, is this all a part of your own imagination? Is this all just an illusion of the mind? Because we're all tapped into different energies and different things. Some of us have been tapped into a type of energy that allows us to make choices without fear. And then some of us have been tapped into energies that makes us feel like we can't make certain choices because we feel something is off. And the question is, what do you do when that happens? What do you do? Do you just make... It's like we might feel hesitant about making certain choices. But if we never make the choice, we will never find out or never tap into the unknown of what that choice entails. So it's like, it's like you have to, and it's like for some, we're always trying to set the foundation or set the stage for us to feel like we are at the right place before we make a certain choice. And I'm just speaking from my awareness. Because I know everybody has a different type of awareness, but this is my observation. I'm not saying I'm because in certain areas I'm good at making choices that feel like, okay, I can make that choice. But then there's certain areas that I'm like, oh no, I don't think I'm ready to make that choice. So it's like, it's all just based on how much of a, like what it feels like. Does it feel safe to make that choice? Does it feel safe? And that's the thing, I make a lot of choices. That's why I'm here, right? Because I made different choices. I made choices based upon how much I knew in each moment. So being that I'm always expanding in consciousness, the choices I make will become even more like stronger choices that have a bigger effect. And that's just because my consciousness is expanding. So it's, it's that thing. It's like, oh, does it feel safe to make that choice? But we never know unless we try it, right? So for me, that's how I am. I try things. I try things when I feel where it's like, I'm like, okay, is this a choice that makes sense for me to make right now so that I can see what it can lead to? Like, So it's like, I'm so tired right now, you have no idea. It's like talking a lot. It's really tiring at times. It's tiring at times. I really would like to be more, that's what I'm working on. I'm working on being more organized, because that's the level that I'm on. You see, everybody's on different levels. My level is just, I'm working on organizing certain parts of my life. It's all part of the whole evolution process. See, it's not like I'm trying to tell anybody how to do anything, all I'm speaking about is just my experience and, showing you how I think about things. I'm so tired. I'm tired of talking already. Oh, yeah. I have to stretch. Gosh, there's so much I could do right now that I'm just sort of like, sometimes I feel like I'm in a trance. Seriously, because it's like, it almost feels like I'm in one place for a long time at times, but it's like, I'm always doing my best to shift the energies and to move. And sometimes I realize, like, oh, I shouldn't be doing that anymore because that's not healthy. And then it's like, I'm always changing, like, based upon what I learn about something. And I guess that's contrast. It's just a natural occurrence. It's a natural occurrence because we don't know everything. But every single time we make a choice and try new things, we're finding out and discovering what that thing was about or is about. So I think that's all I'm gonna say for now, because like I said, I feel tired already of talking. And I have things I have to do. But I've organized it. Everything's organized. It's just getting even more organized, Because when it comes to organizing your life, it's like there's certain things you can organize because, they're like the easiest to see and know at that time that you have to organize. Then there's the things that is sort of like really detailed, and that also has to be organized, Then it's like every single thing, everything else. There's certain things like the things you gotta do in life or every single day. And then there's, you know what I mean. There's levels to everything. And when things are organized, that means that you're flowing in order. and that you're actually moving toward nature. Because order, I mean, order is very much similar to nature. Because if you really think about it, look how trees grow and look how plants grow. Like in the beginning, they grow a stem, and then that stem grows leaves. And then after that, those 2 leaves grow. Then in each meridian, or in each point, another stem grows. And then it just multiplies. It's like mitosis. It's like, I think mitosis or something, you know, it's always like doubling. Like, you know, first there's 1, and then there's 2, and then from 2 there's 4, and then from 4 there's 8, you know, and then from 8, 16. You know what I mean? Like, that's how nature is. And that's like the different levels. Everything has order. And the more in order you are, the more closer you are to nature. But the less in order you are, the more in the chaos you are. In the chaos. But not because, you know, all chaotic things must at some point become part of order out of chaos. You know, because in the beginning we don't know, but then we know, you know. I think I spoke enough. This is almost 30 minutes long. I don't have to speak any longer about this. It's just my thoughts. Alright, until next time. See you soon. Peace and love to you.